A decade had passed, and it was now the 2010s. The Fat Controller had bought more engines to work on his railway. He bought a dockside diesel named Salty, but for the first diesel is Amalia. Amalia, which is the black diesel, the engine who's behind Amalia is Duck, and she sometimes bullied Duck, but in the end she redeemed herself and showed positive attitude, and her original name was Alana, but now it's Amalia because she's redeemed herself and she prefers to be called Amalia better. Behind are two blue twins named Donald and Douglas, and they were the first set of twins to arrive on the island of Sodor, because the Fat Controller needed more engines to help with shunting and with goods work, and Donald and Douglas took charge in it. Here is Daisy, the diesel rail car, who takes people like a bus around the island on rails, and she's a very good diesel, and she does the right thing to help out her passengers. The second diesel, no, not the second diesel, the third diesel owned by Sir Topham Hatt is Mavis, and behind her is Flora, her passenger car, and she has helped be a goods engine, but she prefers to take passengers because it's much safer. The diesel after Mavis, the fourth, is Boko, next to in between Amalia and Daisy, and he is a mixed traffic diesel, and he pulls passengers and freight, and he's very kind and generous. The fifth is another shunting diesel named Salty, and he's the fifth diesel, and he works at Tidmouth and Aylesbury Harbour, shunting trucks and of course hauling passengers, and he's a very good friend to Thomas and his side. And here we have is Bear, and Bear is the sixth diesel owned by Sir Topham Hatt, and he's very kind and generous. When he came to Sodor on trial, there was a diesel named Fiona, and he and Fiona did not get on well, but he was glad that Fiona got taken away in disgrace. So after all these diesels, here is Mary, next to Donald and Douglas, behind Duck. Mary was rescued from scrap by Donald and Douglas taking a goods train. And the right thing what they did, they found him in a siding, and the right thing they did was couple him up to the goods train and chuff away as fast as they could, because there wasn't time to turn around, because they were being very kind and generous in helping rescue Mary from being scrapped, and of course her brake van too. About Bill and Ben. Bill and Ben, which I forgot to say, were owned around the time when Boko came to Sodor, and they were the first engines on Sodor to be painted yellow. They work in the harbour and work in the goods yard, and of course they help with pulling passengers and freight when some engines aren't available. Bill and Ben can get mischieful at times, but they don't mean any harm because they're very cheerful and stuff, and they've done the right thing to help other engines in need if some engines can't get anywhere. So they're very kind and generous. So this is the episode for the 2010s, everyone, where the Fat Controller's next set of engines came to Sodor. Because he needed more help, to increase more help on the railway, because the railway could have shut down in the 2010s, because Sir Topham Hatt loves his railway and he'll never let his engines down.